Nowadays, people are building big houses on increasingly smaller lots. It's just the economics of the times. But also, people are wanting more and more to have their lives be outside as well as inside. Their yards be part of their lifestyle, not just some surrounding for their house. How do you do this on a small lot? Today we're going to have a great garden tour with a gardener who's made their gardens sing. It just really delivers all of that on a surprisingly small piece of land. It's really fun to look at. Join me. This beautiful home belongs to Ann Featherstone. Ann, hi.
Hi.
And thanks for having us here. I am just taken with, first off, you've got these fabulous hostas back here.
Hostas on steroids.
No kidding. They're huge. They're certainly happy under this giant crepe myrtle you've got going on. It's really pretty. And I'm noticing a lot of Asian influence on that beautiful piece of stonework out front.
I love that piece. I love anything Asian. I love the Japanese gardens, and I tried to put a little influence in my house.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of those touches. I really like these low bird's nest spruce that you've got under here. They seem to be doing really well.
Those were planted specifically so that everything that I grew behind them would kind of show to the people who were coming into the yard.
They're going to stay nice and low.
They've been there 3 or 4 years, and they've stayed nice and low, and they're green and beautiful, and they're a good backdrop for my flowers that I have around in the spring and summer.
Let's go out back. I know you've got some wonderful stuff out there. And I just love walking out your back door onto this gorgeous covered deck. It's just such a natural extension of your house. Tell me about this lovely structure.
We wanted to be outside, but we wanted to have a sort of room so that we felt like we were inside and outside. So we built this deck at night. At night, the lights will come on at dusk. I sit out here a lot and read.
I can see that. You've got places to eat and places to sit and enjoy a cup of coffee, places to relax and rock and read. And I hear the sound of running water over this way, coming down onto this lovely patio.
This is one of my favorites.
Oh, no kidding. Talk about a Japanese influence. That's beautiful. You've got some monster koi in there.
We do. They started out as little bitty babies, probably about 4 inches long, 3 inches long.
That guy's got to be a foot long.
He is. I think he's close to about 18 inches.
Wow.
And his name is Bubba.
Bubba. Well, that's a good name for him. Is that Louisiana iris?
Louisiana iris.
That looks like black gamecock, that real dark
I started
purple.
with a very small little patch of it, and it has grown, as you can see, in the pond.
And I love that beautiful contorted evergreen over there.
I love that. It's serpentine. Serpentine.
It's just lovely. And Harry Lauder's walking stick, the contorted filbert on the end.
Contorted filbert. And my man is guarding the pond and the fish, and got a little ivy growing around him.
It's just delightful. Just
Thank
beautiful.
you. I enjoy it a lot. It's fun to come out here, feed the fish, watch them just gobble up everything they can.
Yeah, they do. They're little pigs.
I sit in every area of this garden.
Wow, Ann, talk about inviting. This is just a great little gazebo. Well, actually, it's not so little. Looks like a wonderful place to recline and read.
This is my favorite place.
Oh, I bet.
I come out here and sit and read, as I said before, and I come out here and I can lay down if I want to, or it's a very peaceful place to concentrate.
It's really
meditate.
Wonderful. It's got a kind of sense of privacy, even though it's right off the house. But you've got wonderful views of that beautiful bald cypress in the corner of your yard there.
That's a special tree. My granddaughter was in the 3rd grade. She brought that tree home. It was a twig. It was about the size of your little finger when it first came home. We put it in a pot and let it grow for a few years, and then we transplanted it. And as you can see, it loves being in my backyard.
It sure does. It looks terrific. And I see you got a sunny place for some tomatoes. You managed to feed yourself here too?
We do. We grow tomatoes, and I think the cold snap's got those a little bit, but I'm hoping they're going to come back.
They'll grow out of it. One thing I've really noticed about this great garden, I mean, it's an ordinary little yard in Franklin, Tennessee, but there's so much that's been used so cleverly here. And one is vines, this beautiful arbor of clematis that's got Carolina jasmine up top, which has already bloomed, clematis in full bloom. Just really adds a punch of color to what might otherwise just be a kind of a naked wall. There's a really nice gate behind me. It's really a beautiful thing, pretty spectacular. So Ann, here we are at the other end of your yard, and there's another water feature.
Yes. very soft running. You can hear the water during the morning and night when it's very peaceful. It sounds so good, just running down there and kind of tickling you.
Yeah, there's something very restful about it.
Right, very, very.
And this gorgeous cryptomeria, my gosh, has that been there a long time?
10 years.
Wow.
I started it about 10 years ago. It was 8 foot tall at the time.
Wow.
And I have moved it once to give it a little more space.
Wow.
And it is just a beautiful tree,
It
and
is.
when the breeze blows through it, I think it's just so soft looking, just waving back and forth.
Certainly
But
gorgeous.
this is one of those little things that you kind of sit here and you look at this hill and you think it needs to have something.
Yeah, and so you put a little
Yeah,
stream on
put
it.
a little stream on it and
Sure.
just ran the water down here so that we could hear it.
It's really beautiful. Now, one thing that you told me that I thought was really interesting is here you've got all this activity and little destinations and interesting stuff going on in your yard. You said it's super easy to take care of. It looks so complicated.
All you have to do is pull a few weeds every now and then and water it. That's it.
Really, it just pretty much takes care of itself.
It is very self-maintaining.
So-
It is just easy.
Wow.
I spend very little time out here doing any kind of yard work.
Wow.
When I add something, but other than that, it's just self-maintaining. It's
That's
very
great.
easy.
So your fun is looking at catalogs and buying fun, cool
That's
stuff.
right.
Because I know you're a serious plant collector. And this is such a spectacular pot. Tell me what we're looking at here.
This is called a baby papyrus. It is usually put in the pond, and when I saw it, I liked the way it moved, and I wanted it up on the porch.
I
I just
love-
wanted to be able to see it.
You've got this gorgeous pot, which obviously doesn't have a drainage hole in it, or
Right,
it's plugged or
right.
whatever, filled with water and pebbles, and cute little Asian influence right there.
Yes, he's fishing. He's looking for fish in my papyrus.
Now, I gotta ask, standing water, mosquito larvae, how do you combat this?
There is a tablet that you
Okay.
put into it, and it's supposed to last all season.
Okay.
And it kills the larva.
Okay, and you get that at a garden center or
Yes,
such?
get
A
it at Home
mosquito
Depot,
dunk or
Lowe's,
whatever?
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
And anything that I have with standing water, I put that in there to make sure that we don't have mosquitoes.
That is a
extra mosquitoes.
Great idea. Let's go look at one more that's
Okay.
quite something.
Okay.
And here's another spectacular example of your love for the unusual. This plant is pretty terrific. Tell me about it.
I love it. It's a flying dragon. I had not seen one before, and I fell in love with it because I love unusual things.
You sure do.
It is just, it's awesome. It had these little bitty blooms on it to begin with, and now it's flowering a little bit. And I'm told that it comes with some little orange fruit.
Yes, I can even see little bitty teeny tiny ones starting here. And this is a Ponceris, and it's a member of the citrus. It's related to oranges, actually. It's got some serious thorns on it.
Very,
Yeah.
very serious. Very
Pretty
dark.
spectacular plant, and a spectacular, which matches the rest of your spectacular garden.
Thank you.
I just want to thank you so much for letting us come and nose around. It's been lovely to look at.
I have enjoyed you being here. Been nervous about it because I was afraid things wouldn't bloom when they were
Oh,
supposed to,
it's
of course.
beautiful.
But it's turned out well. I love this garden, and it's taken me 10 years to put it all together.
Well, it shows, and you've got
It's wonderful. I love it, and we love living on the outside
Oh,
as well as on the inside.
that shows. Thanks so much.
Thank you.